Okay, we are on the record then in files 23-21455-FH and 23-21456-FH, People versus Matthew Eric Edward Smead. We are here today for pretrial hearings in each of those cases, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Burke.
Your Honor, good morning. For the record, my name is Mark Burke. My P number is 54935. I'm with the Attorney General's Office, paying for the people.
All right, and Ms. Underwood.
Thank you. Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Smead this morning, Your Honor. Mr. Smead, Your Honor, is working. He has a new job. That's it. Bold. I'm sorry, Mr. Smead. What is that name?
It is Bolt Logistics.
Okay. And he is making payments. We would be requesting an adjournment to perhaps January or early February to continue payments and to see if we can enlarge them to get a significant portion of this taken care of.
All right, Mr. Burke, where do the people stand?
Judge, thank you very much. I have no objection to an adjournment. The defendant is paying. He's not paying enough to cover his monthly support obligations in either case, but it's close. We obviously want him to make additional payments to at least cover his support and start chipping away at the arrears. But in light of his payments and in light of the discussions that Ms. Underwood has had with Assistant Attorney General Sarah Brenner, I have no objection to an adjournment at all.
Okay, so what I'll do is adjourn this then to January 10th at 8:15 a.m.
January 10th, Your Honor, or can we do
Correct.
Can we do sometime in February? I request.
I'm sorry, I thought you'd asked for January.
No.
February 7th then at 8:15.
And I will do the stip in order with Mr. Burke's permission.
And yes, of course, that's fine. I have no problem with that adjournment.
Thank you, Mr. Burke.
Of course, Ms. Underwood.
All right, so Mr. Smead, you need to log back in next on February 7th at 8:15 a.m.
Okay.
Ms. Underwood, do you need my P number again?
I do not believe I do, Mr. Burke.
Okay.
Thank you.
My pleasure, no problem.
All right, Ms. Underwood, we have Mr. King from the jail now. Do you need a breakout session with him?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your Honor, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Mr. Burke.
Thank you, Mr. Burke.
Thank you, Ms. Underwood. Nice to see you.
Nice to you.
Thank you.
Mr. Bennett, is Mr. Jones logging in separately? Mr. Bennett, are you there? Okay, Mr. Fryer, let me do this one first. All right, if there's someone there at the jail room, the video's been turned off and the microphone is muted, so I'm going to send a request to unmute the device. Mr. King, if you could ask the officer that's with you to assist you with getting the video turned back on and unmuting the device. We need that to happen to move forward.
Hey, Judge, Judge Whispers. So we have Derek King in a room over there for the judge, and he went into a breakout.
All right,
when he
we
came
got it.
back. Oh, looks. Sorry, thank you. All right, bye.
Okay, we are on the record now in file 23-21419-FH, People versus Derek Eugene King. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Fleming.
Chris, I'm going to appear on behalf of the people.
Rhonda Underwood on behalf of Mr. King this morning, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Underwood, where are we with Mr. King's case?
Your Honor, I think at this point, we are going to set this matter for trial.
All right. How is 1 day of trial sufficient?
Yes, Judge.
I think that should be sufficient, Your Honor.
All right, Francis, we need a 1 day jury trial date, please.
Thursday, January 11th at 9 a.m.
That's not good for me, Your Honor.
Okay.
Friday, January 19th at 9 a.m. But if you back up to William Hollis,
The 19th would be okay with me.
That works for the people as well.
Okay, so January 19th at 9 a.m. Court will issue a scheduling order.
Will we have a final pretrial set for this? as
Yeah,
well?
sorry. Yeah, let me look that up. January 10th.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
What was that final pretrial date, Your Honor?
January 10th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. King, you can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today. Mr. Fry, we have Mr. Torres here by Zoom. Do you need a breakout session with him?
Is that Mr. Soto?
I'm sorry, Mr. Soto.
No, do not need to bring.
Okay. Ms. Underwood, I think Mr. Mr. Lambert is here in person. Are you going to need to speak with him?
I will come up, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Glazer, we just called for Mr. Silvertooth, so he should hopefully be here in a minute. We can do, so,
I'll need to speak with him when he's available, Your Honor.
okay. All right, we are on the record in file 23-21566-FH, People versus Thomas Jarrett Soto. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record. Beginning with Ms. McClure for the people.
B.B. McClure on behalf of the people.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Brian Fry for Mr. Soto.
All right, and Mr. Fry, where are we with Mr. Soto's case today?
Your Honor, I would be asking for an adjournment of this pretrial. I did submit discovery demands. I think we're still waiting on the videos. I think the answer indicated that the prosecutor's office was requesting those from the police agencies, but I don't think they've gotten to me yet. So we're still waiting on that, and I think we do anticipate filing a motion in this case when we get that information.
Okay, Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people side?
Just said I don't see a response from the police agency, so we'll follow up on that best we can.
All right, so how about December 27th at 8:15?
That will work for me.
Okay, so we'll set up for December 27th at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Fry, would you be willing to do a stipulation in order for that adjournment?
I would, Your Honor. Ms. McClure, could I sign your name to that with your permission?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you then, Mr. Soto. You can log out. You need to log in next time on December 27th at 8:15 a.m.
All right, thank you, sir.
Great, thank you very much.
Yep, have a good one.
All right, Mr. Silvertooth, I'm going to place you in a breakout session with Mr. Glazer. Yeah,
right.
Okay, we are on the record in file 23-21612-FC, People versus Kenyatta Tyween Silvertooth. We are here today for an arraignment in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
Phoebe McClure on behalf of the people.
John Glazier on behalf of Mr.
All right, Mr. Glazier, does Mr. Silvertooth wish to have the information read?
Your Honor, we don't need to have the information read. We'd waive that, acknowledge receipt of that, as well as the witness list and request for discovery by the prosecutor. At this time, he's going to enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor. And we'd ask to set a pretrial, I don't know, 30 to 60 days. We need to get the transcript. There was a preliminary exam that took portions of 3 different days. And there's some videos that I need to review. And then I think at some point where there's a good chance we'll file a motion to quash, but I need to get the transcripts.
Okay, has the transcript been ordered already, or do we need to do that?
Judge, this is just an arraignment, so I doubt it's been ordered.
Judge, I can order it, but I always find it's better if the court orders it. For some reason, that carries a little more authority than me requesting it.
All right, no
And-
problem. I just need.
And this case, Judge, has been consolidated with Gage Winsett case, and his case is set for pretrial December 20th. So it should probably be set with that on the 20th.
Okay, so the court will enter a not guilty plea for Mr. Silvertooth, and we'll set this for a pretrial on December 20th. So that those cases are together for purposes of pretrial conferences, and the court will order the transcript of the preliminary examination.
Did you say December 20th?
Correct.
Okay. And that's at 8:15. Okay.
All right, is there anything else we need to address with the case today then?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Silvertooth. You can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today.
Could we have Randy Torres, please? Thank you. Bye.
Mr. Glazier, we just called for Randy Torres. Are you going to need a breakout session with him?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, as soon as they get him in the room, I will put you in a breakout session with him.
All right.
All right, I have someone here that just got logged in. Your screen name is iPhone. I need you to unmute and tell me your name, please.
Yes, how you doing? My name is Maurice Jones.
Okay, 1 second, Mr. Jones.
Those are my cases, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you ready to go on the record with Mr. Jones' case, Mr. Bennett?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we are on the record in file 23-21615-FH and 23-21616-FH. People versus Maurice Leroy Jones. We are here today for pretrial conferences. In each of these cases, we are proceeding today by video conference. We have someone from the prosecutor's office appearing on this one.
We're here for arraignment, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, these are arraignments. I apologize.
Sorry, Chris, I'm appearing on behalf of the people, Judge.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, my name is Jeffrey Ben. I'm appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Jones, both of us appearing by Zoom from different locations. For purposes of the arraignment, Your Honor, I have received the information. I waive its formal reading, and my client will stay on mute to the charges contained therein.
All right, so the court will enter not guilty pleas for Mr. Jones with respect to all of the charges in both files. And we'll set this for a pretrial conference.
And Your Honor, this is similar to the last case you called. In one of the cases, we held a preliminary examination. I asked for the court to order the transcript.
Okay, so the court will order the transcript of the preliminary examination and set a pretrial conference for, let's see, how about January 10th at 8:15 a.m.?
Yes, Your Honor, that works for the defense.
What was that date one more time, Judge? I apologize.
January 10th at 8:15.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Anything else we need to address with the case today then?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Nothing for the people. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Jones, then you need to log back in next time on January 10th at 8:15.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Underwood, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Lambert?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, we are on the record in file 23-50729-PP. Denise Lynn Lambert versus Randall Allen Lambert. We are here today for a hearing on a alleged violation of personal protection order. We are proceeding today in person. Ms. Underwood, do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Ron Underwood for Mr. Lambert this morning, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, and where do we stand with Mr. Lambert's case this morning?
I believe Mr. Lambert will plead guilty to the violation, Your Honor. I believe when Mr. Lambert was served, he was, when the police came back, he was still there packing up his stuff and trying to find some place to go. It was only a few hours later, but he was at that time at the residence.
All right, Mr. Lambert, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury? And you are Randall Allen Lambert, correct?
Correct.
Need you to speak a little louder so that your voice gets caught on a microphone.
Correct.
Thank you. Do you understand that the maximum penalty for a violation of a personal protection order is up to 93 days in jail or up to $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
Are you satisfied with Ms. Underwood in the advice that she's giving?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to contest this violation of personal protection order and have a trial on it?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that throughout that trial, you would be presumed innocent until your guilt is proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, sir.
You would have the right to have all the witnesses against you appear at your trial. You or your lawyer could ask those witnesses questions, and you also have the right to have me order any witnesses that you would have for your defense to appear at the trial. You understand all of that?
I understand.
You are not required to testify at your trial, and no one can say anything about you not testifying or hold that against you in any way. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
You also understand that you would have the right to testify if you wanted to testify.
Yes, I understand.
How do you plead then to this charge that you violated the personal protection order?
Plead guilty, Your Honor.
So you would agree that the court issued a personal protection order back on June 9th of 2023. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And on June 12th of 2023, were you at the residence of the petitioner?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did a police officer come to you that day or someone come to you today and serve you with a copy of the order at that time while you were there?
No, my niece did.
Your niece served you on that day on June 12th?
Yes.
Okay. And then did you stay at the residence after you were served a copy of that order?
Yes, I was getting my things around. I was sitting on the porch waiting to see if I can get a ride, and that's when the cops and my sister pulled up. It wasn't intentional, like I was already gone and I came back kind of thing. I was in the process of trying to find somewhere to go real quick. So I was sitting on the porch when they came because I was getting ready to text them ready for a ride. That's all it was.
And the protected person had not been there, Your Honor.
Okay. I will accept the plea. It's been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. Mr. Lambert has had full knowledge of his rights. He had competent counsel. Ms. Underwood, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Lambert before the court passes sentence?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe that this was an extremely almost technical violation. Mr. Lambert was just trying to find some place to go. I believe the fact that we have had no complaints since bodes well for Mr. Lambert in keeping his distance, and I think he's done that. We would ask the court to institute a minimal fine in this matter, Your Honor. We hope the court considers that appropriate.
Okay, so you were arrested then on June 12th, Mr. Lambert?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm sorry, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf before the court passes sentence?
No.
Okay. Mr. Lambert was arrested on June 12th for this violation and received a PR bond the next day. So it will be the sense of the court that Mr. Lambert served 1 day in the Lenawee County Jail with credit for the 1 day that he has served. There is also a second contempt for a failure to appear, I believe. Court will dismiss that contempt this time. All right, so you're all set, Mr. Lambert. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Glazer, you ready to proceed with Mr. Torres?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we are on the record then in file 22-20819-FH and 22-20820-FH, People versus Randy Torres. We are here with respect to probation violation or alleged probation violations in each of those cases. We are proceeding today by video conference. Mr. Glazer, you want to place your appearance on the record?
John Glazer on behalf of Mr. Torres.
Okay, and where do we stand, Mr. Glazer, with Mr. Torres's cases today?
Your Honor, I'd ask to adjourn these out past December 1st. He has some other charges pending that I need to kind of work these together is what I got to do.
After December 1st, so I could do December 20th at 8:15.
That'd be fine, Your Honor.
So December 20th at 8:15. Mr. Torres, you can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today.
Excuse me, can I talk to, excuse me, Mr. Glazer, is there any way you can talk to like over like kind of conference, but like over at the courthouse?
Over where?
At the courthouse?
What I'm going to do, I think, is I'll have them bring you over on the 1st.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. From Micah Daniel.
That's all I have with you this morning. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glazer.
Did you get to watch Michigan at all on Saturday?
Bits and pieces.
We're going down there. I'm not good enough shape to go in and watch a game. My kids are, but I'm gonna go watch it down there and go swimming with the grandkids and stuff. I think we'll have a good time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a fun time. We did it last time Michigan State was there, which has been a long time now.
All right. We'll see you later. Thanks, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glazer. Okay, good morning, Ms. Hayes.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I wasn't aware that we had your case on our docket for this morning.
I believe it was set for a final pretrial conference. The notice says 8:15 on the scheduling order, I should say.
That does, okay. All right, I do not have the prosecutor logged in yet.
Okay.
So Ms. Ryan, I'm going to place you back in the waiting room until Ms. Guernsey gets logged in.
Your Honor, I'll just let the court know that I do other court at 9 o'clock. I have a sentencing. So if it's going to be delayed, I could just let the court know that just so that I can get an idea of where I need to be at what time.
Okay, that's fine. If you need to go do your sentencing, go ahead and do that, and then just log back in when you can.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're hearing this by assignment. Clerk's better, I guess. because we're entering this stuff so like we can, so it'll pop up on our schedule. Looks like a bunch of stuff in there.
Okay, Mr. Dagger Margosian, do you need a breakout session with Mr. Daniel?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Ms. Hayes, have you had any communication with Ms. Guernsey about the pretrial today?
I did not, Your Honor. I just assumed because we both had the same scheduling order that she would have seen
Yeah.
the same information that I saw.
We'll try to give her office a call.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm calling for Kelsey Guernsey. We have a pretrial scheduled with her this morning.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Do you know if she has this on her schedule today? If you could ask her to please log into Judge Oldsaver's Zoom for the pretrial. You know what ours is? 692-357.
692-357-8030.
Okay, it is 692-357-8030. Great, thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.
Ms. Underwood, have you heard from Ms. Teed? She is not logged in.
I have not heard from her, Your Honor, and I tried to reach her yesterday. I don't believe her number is working.
Okay.
Francis just missing Mr. Glazier. Mr. Nolan didn't get noticed. So they adjourned it to just.
He was just stepped out. Well,
Okay, so just so you,
yeah.
so if you know if you were having a Zoom thing.
I think he was talking to Noe. He didn't say anything to us, but he walked out without checking out.
Okay, so we are on the record in file 23-21554-F8, People versus Micah Everett Daniel. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
E.B. McClure on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Michael Dagger Margosian for Mr. Daniel.
Okay, Mr. Dagger Margosian, where do we stand with Mr. Daniel's case today?
Your Honor, I'm asking the court to schedule this for a jury trial, please.
Okay. So it looks like 2 counts of R&O. Is 1 day sufficient for a jury trial?
Yes.
Ms. McClure, you agree with that?
Yes, I do. And then this is Mr. Sneed's case, but obviously I'll relay any information to him.
Okay. So Francis, we'll need a 1 day jury trial, please.
Thursday, January 11th at 9 a.m.
Your Honor, I think I'm already set for trial. Can I get a later date?
Yeah.
Tuesday, January 23rd at 9 a.m.
It's fine. Thank you.
That should work.
So January 23rd at 9 a.m. for the trial. Let's do January 17th at 8:15 for the final pretrial. And the court will issue a scheduling order. Is there anything else we need to address with this case today?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. You can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today.
Judge, I know it was a few minutes late. Has Mr. Noe showed up at all for Mr. Glasser?
So
Thank you.
I just found out that Mr. Noe is on a plane going somewhere right now.
I knew
So
he was
they-
on vacation today. That's why I was wondering what was going on with that.
What date did they?
12/27.
They adjourned that to December 27th.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we can go on record for Ashley T. Okay, we are on the record in file 23-21579-FH People versus Ashley Marie T. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
BB McClure on behalf of the people.
Rhonda Underwood on behalf of Ms. Teed, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Teed is not logged into the Zoom session and not present here in the courtroom. This matter was set for 8:15. It's now 9:07 a.m. And she has not appeared. Ms. Underwood, is there anything you'd like to say with respect to that issue?
Your Honor, Ms. Teed was in rehab. I'm not sure. I would ask for a 48-hour grace period, Your Honor, to see if my office can get a hold of her. I'm sorry.
Ms. McClure, anything from the people's side?
Judge, I would defer to the court. I think a 48-hour hold is fine. Ms. Teed also had a holder, excuse me, a holder out of Washtenaw County. So it might be worth checking their jail to see if she's there as well.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I do not see any indication of a prior failure to appear in Ms. Teed's case, so I will allow that 48-hour grace period. If she has not contacted the court or we have discovered where she is within 48 hours, court would revoke and forfeit her bond at that time and issue a bench warrant for her arrest. It would set bond on that bench warrant in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Rhonda, we have called for Christine Double, so she should hopefully be here shortly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Ms. Hayes, we did call Ms. Guernsey's office and think she was going to log in, but she's still not here yet.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you say you had a sentencing at 9, Ms. Hayes?
I do. They haven't called for me yet, so I think I'm still good.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, if you need to go, and we can just do that when you get back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Underwood, you need a breakout session with Ms. Double?
Your Honor, as I understand it, Ms. Double is going to plead guilty to counts. Hang on, let me get this back. Counts 2 and 4 of the request for probation violation, and counts 1 and 3 will be dismissed at this time.
No, it was just count 1. The violation of state law.
Okay.
So just so I'm clear, Ms. Walsh, count 1 is the only one you're willing to dismiss and a plea to the other 3?
That's correct. Dismiss at this time. And if there is a criminal charge later, I would violate for that violation of state law.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, do you want to speak to Ms. Double?
Could I speak to Ms. Walsh for just half a second? I'm sorry.
1 second.
I am so confused. Oh.
Good morning, Mr. Malero. I have not seen Tori Marshall logged in this morning. Is he at your office by chance?
If he is, he'd be an escaped prisoner, Judge. He's in prison.
Oh, he is. Okay, well, that explains why I haven't seen him, perhaps. All right, Mr. Malero, on Mr. Marshall, it doesn't look like we have a writ in the file for him today.
Okay.
So we'll need another date for him. Are you available on December 27th?
Oh, I don't know, Judge. Let me look. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
So let's set it for December 27th at 8:15. Ms. McClure or Mr. Fleming, can you make sure that the prosecutor's office does a writ for Mr. Marshall on that date?
Yes, I'll make a note of that. It looks like we had done a writ for December 6th. So I don't know why we did it for the 6th, but
So there's one for December 6th.
that's what the notes say in my file, but I can, oh, it says reschedule on your docket. It says rescheduled from 12/6.
Oh, yeah, because I'm gonna be in a different court on that date.
That's probably why we didn't get one done. So I'm sorry about that. So
Okay.
the next date is what now?
December 27th.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and then, let's see, Mr. Miller, you had one other one, is that right?
I have Jonathan Gregory.
Jonathan Gregory, okay, so I'll call for him next as soon as we have our jail room available. Ms. Underwood, are you ready to go on the record with Ms. Double's case yet, or?
May I speak with Miss Double, Your Honor? I'm spending a lot of time speaking with her at the jail last night, or Zooming, but I need to speak to her again.
Okay. Okay, are we ready to go on the record now, Ms. Underwood?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, on the record in file 21-20206-FH People versus Christine Ann Double. We are here today for a pretrial on a probation violation. You're proceeding today by video conference. Ms. Underwood, do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Miss Double this morning, Your Honor.
And how would you like to proceed with Ms. Double's case this morning?
Your Honor, at this time, Miss Double would like to request a hearing in these matters.
All right, is an hour sufficient amount of time?
I believe it is, Your Honor. And
all right,
Ms. Double is eager to resolve this matter, Your Honor, but I find myself in a place where the allegations are such that I have to, I can't allow Ms. Double to make any statements, Your Honor.
all right. Okay, Francis, we'll need a 1 hour time period for a violation of probation trial, please.
Thursday, December 7th at 3:30.
So December 7th at 3:30.
3:30?
Ms. McClure or Mr. Fleming, or would the people be available at that time?
Which date, Judge? I'm sorry.
That's December 7th at 3:30 for a violation of probation trial.
Yep. Yep, that should work for us.
Your Honor, may I be heard as to the issue of bond?
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, Ms. Double has been in jail a few days at least. I know from Ms. Walsh that she does have a place to live that is appropriate, Your Honor. I would hope the court would consider allowing Ms. Double out with the instruction that she come immediately or whenever Ms. Walsh wants her to report to her and await this hearing, Your Honor.
Ms. Walsh, anything you want to say about the bond issue?
That is correct. She does have a place to reside in Hillsdale County. But she would have to report to me. Ms. Double, are you going to have problems with transportation
No.
as you have before?
No.
Can't
I'm
hear
sorry,
you.
what was that stuff?
No.
Ms. Double has been incarcerated for 12 days on this violation. I will at this time issue a PR bond for her. She must live at the address that was reported to Ms. Walsh. And obviously must report to Ms. Walsh as instructed in accordance with her terms of her probation. All right, Ms. Double, you can let the officer that is with you know that you are done with court for today.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Double, you need to call me as soon as you get to, you're going to be going back to Mr. Raglis's house.
Okay.
Okay, it's been approved, so you need to call me when you get there. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I can call for Jonathan Gregory.
I believe that concludes my docket with you this morning, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Underwood.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Call or email.
And she said she talked with Linda over there and she said she doesn't have anything on his. Francis leaves for rescheduled, not by me. Since we're stuck. They don't have. We have his client.
Mr. Gregory, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Malero, do you need a breakout session with Mr. Gregory?
Yeah, if I could, Judge, real quick.
Sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm late for the show today. I think all mine have been adjourned already, but I had Torres with John Glazier and Marshall with Sam Malaro and Christine Double, who I don't know who had that case.
So we set Christine Double for a hearing on December 7th at 3:30.
Okay. For a actual evidentiary hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get with the probation officer. Thank you.
Okay, and Tori Marshall, we didn't have a writ for him today, so that got adjourned to December 27th.
I heard that. Thank you, I heard that.
Okay. Ms. Hayes, I still don't have Ms. Guernsey logged in. I was wondering if you might want to try to do this later in the day if you're available, when we might know something from the Center for Forensic Psychiatry about whether or not we're going to have the report.
That would work for me, Your Honor.
I could do any time this afternoon.
I would defer to the court as to the time, Your Honor. I think I'm pretty free this afternoon.
Okay, you want to try for 2 o'clock?
That would be great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, let me just bring Ms. Reinecke in and we can let her know. And then we'll contact Ms. Guernsey's office again, and hopefully that will work for her.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Reinecke, what we've decided to do is try to get back together for the pretrial later this afternoon at 2 p.m. So you can go ahead and log out now, and please log back in at 2 p.m. You were muted, so I'm not sure if you were saying something.
I said, okay, thank you.
Okay, very good.
I'll
Thank
be
you very
back at
much.
2. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
You have had Mr. Carter, have you, Mr. Daly's client? So Francis is saying that Mr. Daly can zoom in about half an
Hard. Retrials.
Let's see.
Okay, we are on the record in file 23-21584-FC, People versus Jonathan Andrew Gregory. We're here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Arnold.
Allison Arnold for the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Jonathan Gregory.
All right, and Mr. Malero, where do we stand with Mr. Gregory's case today?
Here, I'm going to ask to adjourn this matter out for about approximately 30 days. I have been having conversations with the prosecutor, Ms. Arnold, with respect to some investigatory issues. I think we're still, in my perspective, I think we're still in that arena. And so that would be the basis for my request.
Ms. Arnold, anything we would need to address from the people's standpoint?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, how about January 3rd at 8:15?
That'd be
Judge,
fun, Judge.
I'm expecting to be out of state that week. I'll be back the following week. Well, Tuesday doesn't help you. I'll be here Tuesday, but not the balance of that week.
Okay, Mr. Malero, any issue with going to January 10th then?
No, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Malero, would you be willing to prepare a stipulation in order for that adjournment?
Yes, I would.
Thank you then, Mr. Gregory. You can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today.
Oh, Judge, one other matter.
I'm sorry.
My apologies. Almost forgot. There's been an order for criminal responsibility evaluation. And there's a letter in our file that they were requesting additional time. That was from back in, I think, October. So we're also waiting on that as well.
Okay. I'll make a note of that in the file so that I hopefully will remember.
And I don't know, did we get I'm not sure about the transcript either.
Has the transcript been ordered or does that need to be ordered?
That's what I'm looking for, Your Honor. I don't know that it's been ordered, but if it hasn't, I'll make sure it gets ordered.
Okay. All right. Anything else then?
No, Your Honor, I apologize for the
No, thank you, Your Honor.
additions, addendum.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gregory. You were all set for today.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm not showing anything else on your schedule. May I be relieved of your courtroom?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
So Francis says that now, Mr. J. So this was final pretrial, when we set for trial.
December.
You aren't here next Wednesday.
I'm not here next Wednesday. So,
What would you like her to tell them?
we can try. It's Monday. We have been 10.
She just said.
Okay, Ms. McClure, Mr. Fleming, Mr. Daly is not available on Jeremy Carter. There was apparently a miscommunication there, so we are trying to reschedule that for sometime between now and the trial. I'm in Jackson next Wednesday, so I'm not going to do the pre-trials, but I guess we'll be in touch with you to try to figure out where we might be able to squeeze that in before the trial date. You are muted, Ms. McClure. You are muted, Ms. McClure, if you're talking to me.
Sorry about that. I was just gonna let you know that is Mr. Sneed's case. So if you want to let Francis know, she can talk to Isaac about when to reschedule that. But it looks like he's available the 11th even, if you want to try and do it then.
Okay. We will see what we can figure out then.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep.